Welcome back to the channel. This is Kitten 7770, back with another episode of my Escape from Mars scenario series, which is taking me a very long time to complete. However, I think I'm finally in a situation where I get this done a bit more quickly, largely because of the current contact update that came out recently. I'm worried it may have completely broken my scenario, so I want to get through this as quickly as possible and experiment with the new update. I am looking forward to that. However, in the course of this video, I have deleted 3 grids that have spawned on the planet. And there's probably more I'll be deleting as I explore. If I'm sitting still, you can see nothing else has spawned other than what's supposed to be here. But yeah, it's caused some issues. So I am actually looking very forward to the prototech stuff. And I may look into that if I could ever get watermelon off this planet. Or I could just start another game. I'm kind of invested in watermelon. Oof. That lightning is scary. Oh! I installed the build info mod. This allows me to see the cargo inside my grids. So no more guessing at it. I can also see how heavy watermelon actually is by looking at the cargo gauge. I've been trying to transfer parts into the large cargo container of the station. Izzy's keeps pulling the components back out into watermelon, so that's a thing. I possibly needed a sorter to be installed. I also have trouble with Izzy's filling Sprout with components. Yet it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. That's why it doesn't fill Valkyrie with components. Valkyrie is a hidden. What is the thing? It's a hidden special on most of its cargo containers. If I did that with Sprout, it would be less effective as a miner. Or I could put a sorter underneath Sprout so things pull out instead of going in. Options. Options that I didn't think of at the time. Those conveyors that are just flapping in the wind up top are possibly going to be gun turret conveyors to go out towards the sides to get some additional guns on the side of watermelon. Or defenses, I should say. YouTube doesn't like the word guns for some reason. It's a game. Whoa, what? Oh, are the windows just glitched themselves? Weird. I've always liked the 30-degree light just for this view. doesn't give much definition for what's above, but it creates these beautiful light flares down below. Alright. I have not done a whole lot. Skipped a bunch. Had to delete more grids that spawned in. And I also found out I could turn off the prototech spawns. So that's one less thing to delete. However, I have not learned how to figure out how to turn off the contact spawns from the planet. Those are still happening. Yeah, I don't want to get into that in this playthrough yet. G-corp has one ground base, one air base, and its headquarters. That's it. I'll probably take out the ground base first, the remaining ground base first, because it's not on a mountaintop, it's on the flatlands. When I'll take it out, I hope it'll be soon. And I still don't know the full extent of the effect contact has on my game save. Since it changed the ownership, how the ownership works on NPC grids. And something about how grids have to actually be in a faction. I haven't fully... I've read the patch notes, but I don't fully understand the patch notes. I just know that Keen made a lot of changes to the way NPC grids work for the player. Wait, I did something wrong here. That's not the right block. Yeah. So, that happened. I think I should take... I'm just gonna take this as I'm taking too long on this scenario and I need to book it. I would love to finish Watermelon, but there's a large amount of work that needs to be done on Watermelon. I'm not even finished with the outer armor. Then I still have to find places to stick thrusters on Watermelon. The lower armor I haven't done much about, since that's likely where I'm going to put the lifting thrust. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I figure I could put some large thrusters in between the wheels.
Energy critical.
And maybe some thruster. I could build some thruster pods if I can find enough hydrogen thrusters. Or I finish this scenario and continue the playthrough with contact. That's also an option. So I really wanted to get into the other scenarios for the game, such as Lost Contact, maybe the Hellish Frostbite, since I don't have that achievement. It's a harder scenario than Escape from Mars, and I think less than 1% of players even has the achievement. All I know, it's it's a brutal scenario. I've seen that from multiple other YouTubers. Will I attempt it? Maybe when I feel more confident with PvE, you know, attacks, which I've actually gotten quite used to with this, only I have a very large grid on a lot of guns and they have very small grids. It's not exactly a fair fight. Should also remind... Oh! I haven't signed up for the newsletter yet either. For the Flush Cockpit. Did I get the Flush Cockpit? I think I signed up for it, because I've already bought the download. The DLC. I keep up with the DLCs. And I haven't released... I thought about releasing a video for the contact update, and I may still do that. It's just I was behind on the video for Escape from Mars, and I need to get that done. Was that a distant explosion? No, I know what that was. That was me getting the sound effect for the rover. Since, for some reason, the rover sound effects turn off when you're stationed. Did not know that was a thing. And yes, I did remember to turn on the batteries for Endeavor's trailer, though it stays power throughout the night. Not that it would be deleted anyway, since trash cleanup is turned off. That little station should be safe without turrets, since nothing flies over it. Mickey's is useless at this point. Though there is one grid that I did not delete, and that's the trap, which I think might have been part of Contact. Part of the free DLC that spawned in. However, it has several blocks that I really want, and not the Boulder. I don't want to delete it. Now, I don't know if it's actually from the Contact update. It just... Go to Gatling ammo shipment. I thought something else spawned on them. Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on the HUD to make sure nothing out of the ordinary spawns. And I have to periodically check the entity list to make sure no Prototech Contact PvE spawns on Mars. I don't get very much warning for these boulders. Any more boulders? Yes. Funny thing, I went through the same route with Endeavor, didn't see a single rock. Not a one. But now that I'm coming through with Watermelon, I'm seeing all the rocks. Likely because I'm larger, I'm higher, there's more volume here, so the camera is different. Wow. Watermelon is almost completely full. And I could not get any of the parts to stay in the station container. So I have all of them on me. What is that? Oh, is that the G-corp head? Whoa! Oh I'm looking at a headquarters and a rock spawns in front of me. Rude. I didn't realize the headquarters was so huge. That I could see it from, what, 5 kilometers away? I wonder how that matchup would go with watermelon. Food for thought. Well, I also don't know the state of the guns that that thing has. I would likely want to check it out with maybe... Wait, did I call it Valkyrie? I meant Harpy. Wow. My brain's not working today. Valkyrie's a, Really? Another Boulder? Can't focus on my thoughts. Valkyrie is a ship I'm working on for maybe the... Because I didn't have internet for 2 days, I had spotty internet one day, and I had no internet another day for until about like 6. So I haven't been able to play the game since most of my save files are on the cloud. Yeah. And none of my other games that I play casually aren't set up to go after contact. I only have 2 that are somewhat set up. Which, lo and behold, in the backup files that I have saved on my computer, I found I found a backup version that I had for trying something new. Unfortunately, it's so old, the game doesn't start. So. However, I did manage to pull the blueprints for a few of the things I had there that I didn't have, that I never got around to blueprinting. Really? Another one? Can I? Ooh, I cleared it. Close though. So, yeah, unfortunately that. Well, technically it does start, but it crashes within 5 minutes. It's pretty much so just a dead save that I've now completely deleted. It's gone. Getting the blueprints for a few of the grids that I was missing was really the thing I needed. Oh! Speaking of blueprints, I thought I had found 3 warheads underneath the grid. I still think they're unwelded warheads, but some of my family looked at them and they asked me if they were projectors and not warheads. I'm like, I don't know. To me, they looked like small unwelded warheads, so I'll have to go back and check those. That's what I'm heading to now. I'm heading to those rover signals. I can't remember which one's which. I think the one on the left is the G-corp rover, and the one on the right is the trap rover. Is that a grid? there's a two craters, and I think there's a grid between it. Not transmitting. I'll find out if my guns start firing. Oh yeah, it's an enemy grid. Weird, it's not transmitting. Overkill much. I think there's only one unit there. No, there's two. Something is, it's got like a escort unit that's floating around. Whoa! I almost didn't see that in time. I could have lost a wheel. Why is it just sitting here? It wasn't moving. Has it caused so much damage with the ground that the transports can't make it through anymore? The flying one seems to have no trouble. That's one reason why I'm leaving it alone. It doesn't impact on the ground. I found this trail when I was scouting with Endeavor. It leads over to the ground base. Come here, you little guy. Ooh, that's a lot of scrap metal. Oh, it's one of the large transports, and its batteries are dead. I may have been able to take this thing out without shooting it. Well, I didn't know its batteries were dead. Wait a minute. For its batteries to die, it means it has to have been sitting here for quite some time. Or perhaps it uses too much power for its size. Because it has no signal, I don't know what it's carrying either. Oh. Whoops. Well, I needed to grind it down a little bit anyways. Whoa. That's 900 small railgun charges. I won't be looking for ammo anytime soon. Oh. It's doing the thing the missiles do, where it won't dump out the ammo. Oh, how much weight am I gonna gain with this? I don't think your convoy arrived safely, because I'm pretty sure I'm looting it right now. Unless it's so broken, it thinks this is where it's supposed to be. More scrap metal. Or just because I'm used to collecting it. Might end up seeing how much scrap I claim by the end of this. I don't know. Though I have so much of it that it's clogging up my inventory. Wait. That one of those rover grids, it had thrusters, 3 small large thrusters, and a survival kit, and something else was on it. That I wanted. Oh, for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. It's been too long. Because I only play this once a week. It's a little hard to keep track of everything. If I played it on the daily, then yeah, I'd know a bit more about it. But it's hard to remember what you were doing a week ago. Oh, another thing that slowed me down is I fell onto concrete quite hard with my shoulder and messed that up. So I actually couldn't game for a while. I was worried I wouldn't actually be able to get this video out. I thought about doing a short, but fortunately it healed enough for me to do this. Play a bit, record a bit. Not too long though. It gets sore after about 3 hours. It's still on the mend. And no, I'm not gonna use my giant laser, seeing as it nearly drained watermelon the last time I used it. It went from full to I have an hour of power remaining. Yeah, I'm not going through that again. Of course, I used it to break down an entire base. I don't need to overkill it on a small grid. I could really need to focus on getting the ammo out. Alright, 300 remaining to go.
Inventory full.
Of course. Is it just me, or is that Boulder bigger than they are on Earth? Like, actually, it would make sense if they are actually bigger on Mars than their Earth, since Mars has barren terrain mostly.
Energy low.
What's the quickest way to med bay? Probably through the med bay. Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. How is it holding pressure if it's not fully welded? Because I pressurized the section behind it. Okay. I guess that's just the effect of the rotary doors. I guess it just counts as a solid block regardless of welded state. Oh, the new blocks from contact. Prototech battery. I hear it's from what I've seen from, of course, Keen's stream talking about the live event, talking about the patch. Double the power output, and better efficiency, what I believe they said. There's a jump drive, there's a whole bunch of parts that I really want to get to. It's... Whoa, wheel! Come back here. No, didn't get you. There you go. Whew. Don't want that clanging through the countryside. Let me see. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I want to get to the contact stuff. Guess for now I'll focus on this, since I'm actually fairly close to finishing this scenario, especially with having finding those 3 hydrogen thrusters. Though they're small, large grid thrusters. But whoa! Well, that temporary crate went flying. I won't be getting that 300 rounds. I accidentally ground the container and it just shot out like a cannon. Oh, I ground on the rest of the grid anyways, but I'm disappointed at myself for losing that ammo. Though I wasn't expecting it to violently clang into the sky. Ugh. At those speeds, I'm lucky it didn't hit watermelon. Cause, ooh, I can only imagine the damage it would cause. Did 2 other boulders spawn in the time I was here? Or was that those 2 were already there? In fact, that one, the ground is so heavy. Oh, you know what? I think they're crashing into that boulder. It's right in line with things. All I know is there's pretty good sized divots in the ground from these convoys. Some of them look bigger than they actually are since I'm further away from them. It's just, it leaves the hole as a telltale sign that something damaged the voxel. I am too heavy to move, so let's break down some of the steel plate. Maybe 8,000. I mean, I got a lot of components. Got some uranium, large steel tubes. I just don't need as many. Well, maybe I need as many steel plates as I have, but I've still got the flight research facility, the air base. I looted it, but I didn't break it down. There's the rover, the 2 rovers actually. So I've got a lot of materials out there, and I haven't even gone to the experiment site. I have no idea what's in that thing. Well, I have some idea of what is in it, but yeah. Really? Now 3 boulders? Just... Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Speed bumps. This is... Oh, come on. This is just Boulder Dash at this point. Oh, they're trying to destroy my grid. I'm wise to you now, boulders. It's right there. Unknown signal. Yeah, why not? Haven't grabbed one in a while. It's next to a boulder, too. Wonder what I'll get from it. Possibly badger. Or maybe cow. Another rock's in front of me. That's gonna cause problems for when I go to turn right. Alright, unknown signal. Let's see what I get. Will I get components or more money that I have to go to a trade station to plug in? At least the train stations are an option. I left them there because they're just, they're part of oh, zebra. Hey, that's, something. Do I have zebra boats? I think I do. Wasn't badger or cow, though, so I'm happy there. Now, what is in your little container? Probably, yeah, about what I thought. Money and tools. More components. Mostly steel plate and, well, construction components. But mostly just steel plate, which I'll be throwing into the assembler to break down.
Tower report. Convoy arrived.
I'm guessing that's the flight convoy. Yeah, that Boulder really is close to that wheel. I mean, it's got like the space of an Endeavor between me and Watermelon. It's too close for me to turn right. I'll have to pass the Boulder, then turn right. And I'm so tired of that door, I'm not closing it. Probably should, but it's got a very teeny tiny little space I could grab it to close the door. I'll have to get used to that door. Alright, now I can turn right. I think that one's the G-corp rover, and this, or was the G-corp rover closer to the ground base? I'm pretty sure the one I'm heading to is the one with the thrusters, which I will gladly pick up. Oof. Assembler, please break that down faster. So I have a total of 33 containers on this. I wonder if that's including all the subgrid containers I have, because Turkey's containers aren't connected to the grid. Well, aren't connected through the conveyor. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm in the blue. They aren't connected up. They're not even connected to themselves in Turkey. They're just there. I have not even set up Turkey's controls. Ah, I was wrong. This is the G-corp rover. Not shooting at me. It can't see me. If I get my turret up above it, maybe I can shoot down at, because I think it had more turrets on it. Okay, if it's still not shooting me, and it should be able to see me at this range. See, I've renamed some of the turrets, so it should be front, top, right. Should have the best view. No, I completely forgot this was a thing on these Escape from Mars turrets. Now I can still see somewhat through the gaps. Yeah, there's two interior turrets right there, but they aren't shooting at me. The grid is... Distant explosion? I'm pretty sure those explosions are the air convoys falling out of the sky, since I don't really know what happens to them once they get to the headquarters. all I can imagine is there's possibly a large number of small grid wreckage around there. I'm just grabbing some plate to throw down as cover in case they do start shooting at me. A lot of information I'm not used to seeing from build info. Still not shooting at me. They easily have clear line of sight. Where's my bullet landing? I think I'm hitting armor because of the bullet drop. Yes, I am. So, nope, still hitting armor. I think I'm hitting the turret now. Nope, that's still armor. There, now I'm hitting the turret. Still getting used to this bullet drop thing. I'm used to the bullets flying straight into the target. That changed during Warfare 2 update. It's just, you know, I'm not always in combat, so I kind of forget these things. Alright. I don't see any more turrets on the top of it. So time to move in. I'll be disappointed if this grid says it's owned by nobody. Because it should be owned by G-corp. It was a red signal the last time I was here, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Oh, there are a lot of craters on the ground around it. Ooh, those are cargo containers, and it looks like I might have blown one up. Or maybe not. This thing is heavily damaged. Oh. I'm wondering if the interaction... Did the interaction with voxels change? Or was this just damage this bad sitting here? Did a convoy attack it? Or is just the damage part of it being stranded here? That's about all the time I have for this. If I can access any of these things, I might look into it. It's not locked. Please say G-corp. Please say G-corp. Please say G-corp. Owned by no one. Yep. That would be the contact update. Things that are owned by nobody are neutral. Well, see you next time, everyone. Take care. And I'll be seeing you next time. There are still turrets on this thing. Anyways, bye! Oh, that was a good recording. Another episode done. More to go.